What does an owner's rep do in construction? So this position is feared by many. So why? And what should they be doing? And what should they not be doing? We're going to cover all that in this video right now. So an owner's representative, or sometimes called an owner's rep or an owner's project manager, they are hired by the building owner or the owner in general to or the company that's building or commissioning this project to make sure that the project flows smoothly and efficiently according to the owner's expectations. And so they have certain responsibilities, which I'm going to go through right now to start. And then I'm going to talk about some things that they should not do. So let's do these one by one. Number one, project oversight. An owner's representative should be monitoring from inception to completion, and sometimes even throughout warranty, that the project is progressing according to the owner's budget, to the owner's timeline, and the owner's expectations. Number two, contract management. An owner's rep will make sure that the contract between the owner and the architect, the owner and the general contractor, and sometimes even subcontractors, that they have the right provisions, they have the right framework, and that they're properly executed in order for the project to work well. Number three, budget and cost control. So obviously an owner's representative will track costs throughout and make sure that the budget is tracking properly. They will make sure that expenditures are limited to being within budget constraints. They will negotiate pricing, review invoices, and attempt to identify cost-saving opportunities, and additionally approve pay applications. Number four, schedule management. Sometimes owner's reps actually help develop the schedule. When you hire Elevate as an owner's rep, we will take a large part in that, but sometimes it is simply the monitoring and using of the general contractor schedule to make sure that we're hitting milestones, and sometimes owner's reps will even help to overcome delays or absorb delays. Number five, the owner's rep will make sure that the quality process is functioning or do a double check or an audit on that, and make sure that work is progressing in a manner that is up to quality standards for the owner and according to expectations. Number six, an owner's rep will help in the owner, architect, contractor meeting, the OAC meetings, and to bridge the gap for communication, make sure that everybody's up to date, on track with progress, seeing the right KPIs, seeing the right dashboards, and that everybody is aligned as we go through. One of the biggest things that an owner's rep will help with in the communication is to identify, discuss, and solve problems. Number seven, an owner's rep will be very adept at risk management and will participate with or at least use the risk and opportunity register and constantly keep the entire team, the owner, architects, and contractors, help keep them away from risks that could affect the project overall. Number eight, change management. If there's changes to the scope, to the budget, to the schedule, they will review that. Obviously be a crucial part of managing the change order process and getting the team rallied and through those change events throughout the project. Number nine, if there's conflict, the owner's rep, if they're doing their job well, will really make sure that any conflict, which is sometimes by some people considered the ninth waste in construction, unhealthy conflict, is resolved, and will pull those parties together to make sure that we get alignment and connection again. And then number 10, keeping really good track of documentation and record keeping, things like permits, change orders, or any other relevant documents. Sometimes the owner's rep will keep track of that. So let me pause right now and say that the role of an owner's representative is crucial if it's done right. But all of those 10 points can be turned and used as weapons against the general contractor or against the designers or against even the subcontractors on the project site, and that is when this role begins to fail. So I will say that if an owner's rep is helping the project to succeed, is enabling the project with budget constraints and with cost control and the finances where it's needed, helping to manage delays in the schedule and being responsible, and avoiding risks and unhealthy conflict, then that owner's rep is value add. But I do want to make a point. Even though the owner's rep is contracted to the owner, obviously, there will never be a case, and I want you all to hear me, this is a good video right now, there will never be a case, ever, where the owner's rep can only take care of the needs of the owner and still have a good outcome. If the owner's owner's rep starts to engage in negative, destructive, adversarial behavior, then the general contractor, designers, and subcontractors will start to lose. And once they start to lose, the owner will lose. That is a historical fact. If you want, as an owner's rep, or if you have an owner's rep and they want to make sure that they take care of the owner, that means all 4 entities must be well cared for. That's the owner, the designers, the GC, and the subcontractors or trade partners must all be healthy and whole. That is the only way the project will succeed. So now I'm going to give you a list of things that an owner's rep should not do, because if they do, they'll tank the project. And I'm just going to give you the top ones, the minimum, because I'll have another video on this channel, which we will eventually link you to, that will talk about how to tank the role of an owner's rep. So let me go through this brief list one by one. Number 1, do not exercise the contractors or the subcontractors or trade partners. They do not need to be busy. A lot of times an owner's rep will get their significance or feel like they're adding value, meaning from the perception of the owner, when everybody's busy, right? Okay, so let's fill out paperwork. Let's get 3 quotes. When it's not needed. Sorry, sometimes 3 quotes is a really good idea. Let's go ahead and do unnecessary paperwork. Let's have too many project updates. Let's have a narrative with too many requirements. Let's require your scheduler to have 3 or 4 different reporting mechanisms in CPM that don't matter a lot. Let's have you go through and redo your pay applications multiple times. Let's reject all of your RFIs. Let's, on and on and on and on. Owners reps sometimes like to get their significance and their sense of belonging or being by making contractors busy and exercising them. If you do that, you'll reduce the capacity of the team and you will hurt the project. Number 2, do not make busy work. That ties into number 1, but busyness is waste. So sometimes owners reps will say, oh my gosh, why is your team not doing this? Why is somebody not working in that zone? Why are you guys not working overtime? Why are you not working on the weekends? I want to see busy, busy, busy. Why are there not 30 more people out here? Busyness is waste. You could add 10 more people to every trade on the project site and not go any faster if the work isn't made ready. So instead of making the contractor or the teams busy, let's focus on clearing the road and making work ready. Number 3, do not showboat. This happens when the general contractor submits a pay app or a schedule narrative or a monthly report, and the owner's rep, even if it was ideal or even if it was to minimum expectations, will redline and bleed all over that thing and reject it and send it back, right? The owner's reps think, oh, the owner will think I'm doing my job if I reject everything. Well, guess what? Now we've added waste, and now everybody on the GC and the subcontractor and the designer side is doing double the amount of work because you are showboating. Number 4, owners reps really start to fail when they think they always need to be busy. The focus is not busyness on the contractor side or the owner's rep side. The focus is the project going well. So we must, as owners and owners reps, incentivize the behavior of stability, predictability, and calmness, not chaos. Number 5, you should never, ever, ever be using CPM for your overall schedule management. It should always be tacked. If you have to export to CPM for some schedule requirement, that's fine, but we do not start to do a forensic analysis of the CPM schedule to make the project go better. We do not care about float trends. We do not care about slippage reports. We do not care about the critical path. We do not care about any aspect of the CPM schedule to manage the project. If you want to manage the project well, you will do it with tact, last planner, and scrum, and you will really find the root causes for delays. You'll recover them in an intelligent way with buffers, and you will manage the project appropriately with those systems. So you'll never find a good owner's rep that relies on the reporting and the non-visibility provided by CPM. And number 6, owners reps really start to tank their role when they disrespect people. So what I mean by this is, oh, just add people. Oh, stack their work. Oh, just work them overtime. They can work Saturdays. Why aren't they busy? Rush, rush, push, push. Hey, I don't care. Hey, send a letter to that trade partner when they don't require it, right? Or hey, there's nothing in the budget for nice bathrooms. There's nothing in the budget for having a lunch area. There's nothing in the budget for training, right? If you're an owner's representative that doesn't care about people, you will tank that project. So I've explained what an owner's rep should do. I've explained the bare minimum of what they should not do. The key is this role can either be a blessing and an enabling role, or it can be an absolute nightmare that brings in the ninth waste, which is contention, unhealthy conflict, and will literally make everybody rush, push, and panic, and it will extend your project. So owners, when you're hiring an owner's rep, make sure they're doing it right. Owners reps, it's time to create stability and respect people, not to look busy and create chaos. In the description below, I'm going to give you a podcast that summarizes these concepts, and I want you to know, owners out there, if you ever want a really great owner's rep, put us in. We provide that as a service at Elevate. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.